Semen retention is a practice that has been talked about for centuries across different cultures and philosophies. And in recent years, it has gained a resurgence in popularity because of its profound impact on the mind, body, and spirit. And one of the most fascinating aspects of this practice is how it seems to change the way you radiate energy, how your aura begins to glow, and how women, consciously or unconsciously, cannot help but notice something different about you when you are on this journey. At its core, semen retention is about harnessing your vital energy instead of constantly depleting it. And when you do this consistently, your body begins to redirect that energy into other areas such as mental clarity, physical vitality, and emotional stability. Before we go deeper into this journey, make sure to join the Telegram channel, whose link is in the description, so you can stay connected with daily updates, tips, and discussions around this powerful lifestyle. Now imagine walking into a room where people immediately turn to look at you, not because you are wearing flashy clothes or because you are making noise, but because there is a subtle yet undeniable presence about you that they cannot quite explain. A magnetic energy that draws them in. And this is what happens when you practice semen retention. You begin to glow, not in a metaphorical sense only, but also in a very real sense, because your skin looks clearer, your eyes look brighter, your posture carries more confidence. And these physical manifestations are supported by the energy circulating within you instead of being drained. Women in particular are very attuned to energy, even more so than most men. And while they may not always verbalize it, they sense when a man has cultivated discipline, strength, and self-control. Semen retention provides exactly that, because by choosing not to give in to momentary urges, you develop a deeper sense of mastery over yourself, and this mastery shows up in every aspect of your aura. When you practice semen retention, your testosterone levels begin to stabilize, and while studies show that testosterone naturally fluctuates, what is undeniable is that abstaining for extended periods builds your hormonal balance and inner vitality. And with higher vitality comes increased assertiveness, sharper decision-making, and a calm confidence that people can feel even without you saying a single word. The glow that comes from semen retention is not just about physical attractiveness, but about spiritual magnetism. And this is what makes women look at you differently, because deep down they can sense that you are not easily swayed, you are not needy, and you are not desperate for attention. This makes you stand out in a world where so many men are chasing validation. Every time you withhold your energy, your body recycles it into stronger hair, brighter eyes, better skin, improved muscle recovery, and heightened focus. And as days turn into weeks, the changes become undeniable. You notice that you speak with more conviction, your handshake is firmer, and your presence in social settings is amplified. And it is precisely this transformation that makes people curious about you. Women especially find themselves drawn to men who radiate self-mastery, because whether consciously or subconsciously, they associate that discipline with leadership, strength, and potential for protection and provision. And semen retention naturally brings out those traits in a man without him even trying too hard. The aura people speak about is not mystical or imaginary. It is a field of energy that surrounds each of us. And when your energy is depleted through constant release, your aura weakens, leaving you drained, sluggish, and sometimes even invisible in social settings. But when you retain and transmute that energy, your aura becomes vibrant, magnetic, and full of life, and people can feel it before they even speak to you. You may notice that strangers smile at you more often, that conversations flow more easily, that women hold eye contact a little longer, and that opportunities seem to present themselves naturally. And while this may sound almost magical, it is simply the byproduct of living in alignment with your own energy. Retaining semen forces you to direct your focus toward goals, creativity, and self-improvement. And this constant redirection fuels growth in areas that matter most, such as fitness, career, finances, and personal relationships. With each day of retention, you stack discipline upon discipline. And this consistent practice becomes a habit that changes not just your body, but your entire identity. Women are biologically wired to sense strength and vitality in men because these traits historically indicated survival and reproductive success. And while modern society has changed, the instinct remains. Semen retention signals to women that you are a man who possesses not only strength but also control. They can sense that you are not ruled by your urges, and this makes them curious, intrigued, and in many cases, irresistibly drawn to you. Your aura, now strengthened, becomes like a beacon, and when you enter a space, it feels as though you carry gravity around you, pulling people toward your presence. This does not mean that semen retention magically makes every woman attracted to you, but it does mean that the right kind of women, those who value discipline, masculinity, and authenticity, will notice and feel compelled to pay attention. The glow that comes with semen retention is a mix of physical, emotional, and spiritual transformation. And because it is authentic and rooted in discipline, it cannot be faked. Beyond attraction, semen retention changes how you interact with the world. You become more grounded, less reactive, and more intentional with your actions. And this creates a stable energy that women find safe and reliable. Many men struggle in relationships because they are scattered, inconsistent, or overly dependent on women for validation. But semen retention helps break that cycle by making you realize that your energy is valuable, your presence is enough, and your worth does not depend on external approval. With this realization comes freedom, and with freedom comes confidence, and with confidence comes that glow that turns heads wherever you go. Over time, you also begin to experience deeper levels of creativity, because the same energy that fuels sexual release is the same energy that can fuel artistic expression, problem solving, and innovative thinking. And when you channel this energy, you unlock parts of yourself that had been dormant. This newfound creativity and drive give you more purpose, and purpose itself is one of the most attractive traits a man can have, because a man on a mission radiates focus, determination, and strength. And women feel drawn to that energy because it represents direction and leadership. The journey of semen retention is not without its challenges. Because urges can be strong, temptations are everywhere. The modern world constantly bombards us with stimulation designed to keep men weak and distracted. But when you stay the course, each challenge overcome becomes another layer of strength added to your character. And this strength reflects in your aura. Over time, your glow is not just about attraction, but about inspiration, because other men begin to notice as well, and some may even ask you what has changed. You become a source of motivation to those around you, and this influence further reinforces your sense of purpose. Women will look, yes, but more importantly, you will look at yourself in the mirror with pride, knowing that you are not controlled by fleeting desires, but by a higher vision of who you want to be. Ultimately, semen retention is not about impressing women or even about attraction at its core, though these are natural byproducts. It is about reclaiming your energy, rediscovering your strength, and radiating the best version of yourself in a way that the world cannot ignore. When your aura glows, it is simply the external reflection of the internal work you have done, the discipline you have maintained, and the energy you have cultivated. Women may not always be able to articulate why they find themselves unable to look away, but you will know, because you will feel it in your bones, in your heartbeat, and in your presence. Retain, redirect, and radiate, and watch how the world begins to respond differently to you, not because you changed who you are, but because you unlocked the true power that was within you all along. If this message resonates with you, remember to stay consistent on your journey, because consistency is the key to making these benefits long-lasting. And with time, your glow will only grow stronger. And before we close, if you find value in this content and want to support the channel, please consider contributing using the thanks button below. Because every contribution, no matter how small, is important and helps keep this message alive for more people on the same path of growth and transformation.